All right, I was gonna make it short, but then I decided, fuck it, I'll just make a video before bed because I feel like this deserves a little bit more than a short. And I've already tried to make this a few times, but I have restarted several times for a few reasons. Fucking, I'm already frustrated. I'm flustered. But anyway, to cut to the chase, obviously I got the SRO, right? Got the SRO. Look at these. Look at these. Got the SRO for the P01, put it on, and then took the RMR off of that, kind of set it aside for the Glock 45 whenever I get that cut. But I got to thinking about it, and I mean, I have a P10C and I have a Dagger. The Dagger needs an optic. The P10C probably deserves a better optic than the 507C. Why don't I just play a game of musical optics and put an optic back on my workhorse, which, I mean, it's crazy to say. I have more rounds through this gun than any other gun ever. Like consistently, I have like 3,000 plus rounds through this without a malfunction, with all different kinds of ammo, with and without the comp. The comp's probably been on for like 500 or 600 rounds without failure, and I feel like this just deserved, a better optic. So I switched things around, and I mean, honestly, after using or dry firing with the SRO for a few days, I kind of hate the RMR. It's just like, feels small and dinky. I know it's like strong and like kind of bulletproof, and I do like that about it. I like that it's like a combat optic, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really spoiled with that big SRO window. But I really wanted to come here to talk about this because I think this is a pretty choice setup right here. If you can get a good Dagger, which I feel like your odds of getting a good Dagger are probably better than your odds of getting a good, no, I won't say better than your odds of getting a good P320, but because the Daggers have had their issues with the, I think the strikers were breaking, like the striker assembly. I can't remember what part in the striker assembly. It might have been the firing pins were cracking. Anyway, this one has not had that issue, and like I said, 3,000 plus rounds of all kinds of stuff through this. And as you can see, the 507C is crudely spray painted. It's still wet. I spray painted this like 10 minutes ago, put the hair dryer on it, and I need to take this back inside out of the humidity of my garage to let it really dry. Girlfriend's gonna love that smell. But I figured it matched the aesthetic. I mean, this stipple job is just like, Harbor Freight wood burner stipple job that, and I tried to do like an HD border there, or it looked even better like this does, with black spray paint over that. And for forever, like the black spray paint would come off of my hands, and it still might. Not really, maybe a little bit, but it's pretty much dry. And I mean, for what it is, dude, it's proven itself to be plenty worthy. The PMM comp I got for $50 on sale. I got this was my first weapon mounted light that I ever bought. Matched the aesthetic well. Finally got that 50 Shades of FDE. Got an extended mag release, a Gen 3 Glock mag release. That is, I believe, Glock brand. I can't remember. Did the undercut, did the TLR1 HL mod. If you don't know what that is, go back in my videos and watch it. If you have a Dagger and a TLR1 HL, just helps it fit up to the trigger guard a little bit better. You do have to do some shaving off the trigger guard, and you do have to change the like locking block, if you will, inside this that screw holds on, but it brings it back, 3/8 of an inch, makes it flush with this Parker Mountain machine comp, and this is clear. Oh fuck, I just grabbed you saw me kind of hesitate there, didn't you? It is clear. The optic is still definitely wet, but it's pretty flush. The comp sits maybe, a 30-second longer than the TLR one, but pretty much flush, which you can't beat a flush weapon mount light look. But other than that, it's bare bones internally. I do want an extended mag release or slide release stop, whatever slop. and I put the PMM comp on like permanently. You can tell it doesn't totally match on the gaps here, and that used to bother the hell out of me. It doesn't really anymore. I think that's probably more to do with, you're just tolerance stacking. I was going to say it's more to do with PSA, but honestly, like, it's, you create this combo, especially with like a pretty inexpensive gun. You're probably not going to have the most perfect, down to the 100 millionth degree, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. It's late, dude. I'm trying to go to bed. So it does good. And it won't get hung up on the frame because it doesn't go far back enough. But like I said, I've had like 600 rounds through this comp of various ammo and never had an issue. And part of that was with just the O-ring on, like no shims, no Loctite. And now it has both. Pretty confident with this thing. But kind of just wanted to showcase this. It's back to its former glory. Honestly, better than it ever has been, if you ask me. Can't wait to get some wear and dirt on this optic. I think it'll look a little bit better, match the aesthetic of the comp and the light. The light has obviously been through fucking hell. Probably been through a few thousand rounds on this gun specifically. Before I had the comp, so you had a lot more blast. Now there's not as much blast on the light. There is more on the front, but it's doing all right. And this is a PSA threaded barrel aftermarket that I bought that works really well in there. Never had issues with that either. Mariglow suppressor height sights. Actually, those came on the gun, but they are a Mariglow. Just like PSA rebranded, all blacked out Mariglow sights. I got the 19X mag. Oh no, dude, it's a good shitty little gun. And it shoots every time. And it's 50 Shades FD now, so that's pretty sick. But anyway, just kind of wanted to share that with y'all and get your opinion. What do you think about the Dagger, dude? Do y'all have one? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Has it broken on you? I mean, I preach about them all the time to my buddies like that are trying to get into guns that don't want to spend a bunch of money. I'm like, bro, one of these actually is always what I suggest, and I usually suggest the P10C now. Used to be the Dagger until I did some more research and got my hands on a P10C. I kind of recommend those over anything, but I still think if you're getting into, if you want to do like, custom modifications to your gun and don't want to break the bank, this is it's kind of the best way to do it. But damn, that looks good, doesn't it? I mean, y'all, there's probably some of y'all that think this looks like shit, and you're probably right. But for me, I don't care, dude. Still got the purple Terran tactical optic screws, which those are probably worn out. Should probably replace those. But dude, this is my shit gun. This thing just works no matter what. I don't really care. I'll check the screws. If they start to back out, I'll just fucking take the optic off at the range and run irons. I don't know. I kind of just want to abuse this thing now though. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about tonight. Just like I said, kind of too much content, too much information for a short, but not really for like a full-length video for, my usual, not what I usually consider a full-length video. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Like I said, leave a comment below what you think about the Dagger. Tell me how shitty my paint job is so I can argue with you or something. All right, bye.